Joshua's journey with Mill Creek Market had been one of faith, perseverance, and transformation. Over the years, the market had become a beacon of hope, not just for the town, but for the surrounding communities. As Joshua reflected on how far God had brought him, he realized that his dream wasn't just about a market or a town. It was about advancing God's kingdom through service, love, and community impact. Mill Creek, once a struggling and overlooked town, now thrived. Families who had once considered leaving found reasons to stay. New businesses opened, inspired by the success of Mill Creek Market, and the town began to attract visitors from neighboring areas. One Saturday morning, as Joshua walked through the market, he overheard two elderly customers chatting. "This place has changed everything," one said. "I remember when we had to drive miles just to get fresh produce. Now we have all we need right here." Joshua smiled to himself. The transformation of Mill Creek was proof of what could happen when faith and determination met action. During a community night, Joshua stood before a gathering of neighbors under twinkling string lights. With a microphone in hand, he shared the story of the market's beginnings. "This market didn't come from my strength or my ideas alone," Joshua said, his voice steady. "It came from God placing a dream in my heart and surrounding me with people who believed in it. Every challenge, every success, it's all been His work." As he spoke, the crowd nodded in agreement, many wiping away tears. The market wasn't just a business, it was a testimony of faith in action. Joshua reflected on the many times he had wanted to give up, the storm that wiped out his family's crops, the nights spent working late to save money, and the moments of doubt when competition threatened his market. Each trial had been an opportunity to grow stronger, and God's faithfulness had carried him through. He often shared this message with others, reminding them that perseverance and faith could turn even the hardest circumstances into something beautiful. "God doesn't waste our struggles," he told a group of young entrepreneurs during a workshop. "He uses them to prepare us for what's ahead." Joshua's work began inspiring people far beyond Mill Creek. Neighboring towns reached out, asking for advice on revitalizing their communities. Young people dreamed bigger because they had seen what was possible when faith and action came together. Ella, the high school student who had once asked Joshua about overcoming challenges, visited him one afternoon to share an update. "The community garden we started has grown," she said excitedly. "We're feeding dozens of families now. I couldn't have done it without your encouragement." Joshua felt a lump in his throat. The ripple effect of his dream was spreading farther than he had ever imagined. As Joshua closed the market one evening, he stood in the quiet aisles, surrounded by the fruits of years of hard work. He thought back to the little boy who had dreamed of changing his town, kneeling by his bed and praying for guidance. "This was never about me," he whispered. "It's always been about you, Lord." Kneeling by the counter, Joshua prayed, thanking God for every step of the journey. "Use me for whatever comes next," he said. "This market is yours, this town is yours, and my life is yours." As Mill Creek Market continued to thrive, Joshua felt at peace knowing he was part of something far greater than himself. His dream had become a reality, and that reality was changing lives, not because of his strength, but because of God's faithfulness. The story of Mill Creek Market was no longer just Joshua's story. It was the story of a community transformed, a testament to what could happen when faith, hard work, and love came together. And as Joshua looked toward the future, he knew the best was yet to come. For the seed that had been planted years ago was still growing, spreading its roots and branches farther than he could see, bearing fruit for God's glory.